Welcome to the podcast where we're harvesting humor, planting delight. Join us, Iona and Cammy. Let's have some fun. It's time for Fed by Farmers.
Hello and welcome to the Fed by Farmers podcast with me, Cammy Wilson, and not her, Iona Murray. She's not back again this week. You will be glad to hear next week normal service will be resumed. At this stage, some people might be thinking she's just jumped ship and she's abandoned me. She's not. She was on a well-deserved holiday break, and she's going to be back with us in next week's podcast. We may even try and get a Friday chat, but I know I say that a lot and it never comes to fruition. You never know though. You never know. It's the thought that counts. This week we're trying something very different, so if you're listening on audio, it'll be interesting to get your feedback. I went to Darvel Dexter Beef where we interviewed Mary Cochrane, and we did it on the move. So my good friend James was holding the camera. We put a couple of mics on and we just wandered round. We had a good look at her Dexter Cattle and then at her butchery business, which is just incredible. Great setup, going from strength to strength. And I just find the whole thing fascinating, and Mary is just good at what she does. Really good at what she does. So I think you're going to enjoy this one. But do let me know, especially, Jim White, if you're listening, folk that give me regular feedback on the podcast, do ping me a little message and let me know how the experience is for audio listeners. If you're watching YouTube, I think it's really good because you get to see all the meat being cut up and the cows and everything. So it may mean that more people go to YouTube for this one. But there you go, that's my disclaimer. Thanks as always to our sponsors, Herdwatch and Crystalyx, for making this whole thing happen week in, week out. We couldn't do it without them. And we'll hear more from both of them later in the podcast. Let's get started. Okay, so we're trying something different, as we said in the introduction. We're joined by Mary Cochrane here at Darvel Dexter Beef.
That's right.
I nailed it.
Yes, you did.
Nailed it.
In sunny Darvel.
Well, yeah, it's a bit
Not
cool.
so sunny today.
Last day we're here, so we're with Mary filming with Landward very recently.
Yep.
And I thought, just what a great story, great chat as well. I thought, let's try coming to the farm and doing the podcast from the farm,
Okey-dokey.
which is what we're doing today. So we'll start off, tell us a bit about yourself, what's happening here?
So, we used to farm over the other side, a dairy farm, Richardton, and that was on Lanfine Estate. And Lanfine Estate threw all their tenants out, so that there was a white paper going through about right to buy. That was many years ago, so the landlord just gave everybody their notice, and that was that. Oh,
so that was when it was going through government, was it? That
yes,
they were going to give tenants the right to buy?
The right to buy. It was a white paper. It never actually happened, I don't think, but...
that spooked the landlord?
It spooked the landlord, and they wanted to sell the estate. So everybody's going, all right, we'll buy our farms. Oh, no, we're not selling the farms. We're selling the estate as a whole.
Right, okay. That was just an excuse to get people out?
They gave us 2 years' notice. But... they didn't manage to sell the estate as a whole. So right at the very last minute, they did say, all right, you can buy your farms. But by that time, Craig had already started doing forestry work.
That's your husband?
My husband Craig had already started doing forestry work. And so we left completely. His mum and dad and his brother are still over there, but we left completely and we built the house, and we had no intention of doing any farming whatsoever. We didn't have any land.
So this house, you bought this land and built the house? That house
yes,
wasn't
we bought
there?
the land, built the house. There was a big chicken shed. We took half the chicken shed down. The other half was Craig's workshop. So that's how all that happened. And then the neighbour that owns these fields right round about us offered us for us to buy them.
Yep.
Which was not in our plan at all. But we did. We borrowed the money, we bought the land, and then we're like, what are we going to do? Because you're not going to turn that down.
Yeah, no.
You're not going to turn that chance
down. Your doorstep.
It was not in our plan. So we were just going to let it out. And then there was one day I was reading The Scottish Farmer, and there's this advert for Dexter Cattle. Cow and calf with calf at foot for £450.
Bargain.
And we didn't have a lot of money then, and still don't have a lot of money.
I was going to say, do you have a lot of money now?
Still don't, but we had really no money then.
Aye.
So, well, £450, that's no... people buy dogs for way more than that.
4 times,
even
5
then,
times that. Yeah,
even then. So,
what year was this we're talking?
2010.
2010, okay.
So we bought 3 cows in calf with calf at foot and a wee heifer. just to have something in the field, and we would let the rest out.
Yep.
And then it's just
And
grown and
what
grown.
was that about? I mean, in Dexter's, we've got some behind us here. Anyone watching YouTube, a lot of people listen to this just audio, but anyone watching YouTube, we have some of them behind us here. I mean, what is it about these Dexters that you like so much?
They're absolute characters, but what made us initially why we bought them was they were
Price.
very cheap.
Yes. Yep.
They're very cheap because they're not commercial. They're too
And
they're too small to be commercial.
Are they still cheap?
Yes.
And,
Yes,
you
because
know-
they're too small to be commercial.
Okay.
So they're very cheap. And then Craig was away working all the time doing forestry, obviously. So they could live outside, great mothers, calve easily, all of that. Right, let's just buy some. So, but also the meat is absolutely fantastic. So that's what keeps us going, is the fact that the meat is superb, and the positive feedback we get all the time for how good the meat is what has driven the whole thing to keep going.
And back 2010, were you working elsewhere, or what were you doing in 2010?
2010, I was adminning Cochrane Forestry,
Yep.
because we had already bought before we built the house. I was working elsewhere, but I was project managing building house, so I stopped working, and I was busy adminning for
Working
Cochrane
alongside
Forestry.
Craig and doing that.
Yeah,
Was
yeah.
that quite a big business?
Well, it comes and goes.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's bigger than others. At the moment, it's not so big because Craig had a bad leg injury a couple of years ago. So, but yeah, it's still going. And
What ages are you? Is you getting near retirement, or?
I'll be 60 in October.
Okay, aye, so
Yes,
still fairly young.
Craig will be 60 in November. I'll be 60 in October. And so the whole Darvel Dexter Beef thing has massively taken over my entire existence, and I also still obviously have to do Cochrane Forestry as well, admin. It's all just a bit much, and so I'm stopping doing Darvel Dexter Beef in December.
So this is all going to stop in December, but it's going to, someone else is going to take it on.
Scott and Jen, son Scott and daughter-in-law Jen, they're going to take it forward. They've got Dexters as well. They bought Dexters as well,
Yeah.
and also our heifers quite often go over there to add to their herd.
So really, the consumer won't see any change. Hopefully.
No, the consumer will not see any change. No,
Yeah. But you said about the.
other than they might obviously further expand it and do
Yeah, they
other
might
things
see it
as
actually
well.
getting bigger and
do other
more
things
ambitious.
as well. Yeah.
But like when you said about the taste of the beef, there is one reason you'd got into this whole thing. I take it they just came to too many of these. Let's put one in the freezer. How did it come about that you actually tasted
So
it?
obviously the 3 cows were in calves, so we had 2 bull calves from them, so they were the first ones that we put. They came with 2 bull calves at foot.
Yes.
By the time they got to nearly 3, we put them in the freezer. So that was obviously too much for us, and I was just selling it word of mouth.
Yeah.
It grew very slowly, word of mouth, but it was growing quite. And then the time at which our herd massively increased was when we had 5 heifer calves. We had 5 heifer calves and 1 bull one year, because obviously we had the 3 original cows and a daughter and the wee heifer and blah, blah. So we ended up with 5 heifer calves, and then when they came into breeding, we also all had the originals. So that's
Yes.
when the herd massively got
Jumped up.
bigger. And then we were obviously producing. It's all a very long, slow game, the whole breeding from scratch. And,
well,
absolutely.
absolutely.
It takes a long time for it all to happen. Anyway, so eventually we were killing 5 or 6 or 7 a year, and working with butchers was a nightmare.
Okay.
Um,
Why was that?
They wouldn't cut it the way you wanted it. They wouldn't label it the way you wouldn't package it the way you wanted it. Because I'm trying to sell it to people, and it was just a nightmare.
So why do you want it cut different than them?
Because what your customers are after. So I had my sheet, and I've got my order sheet. So I want it cut to what my order sheet is
Okay.
for my customers.
And just to clarify, because I genuinely don't, I just don't quite understand. Are you meaning types of cut? Or you mean weights, the sizes of
everything,
cuts?
all of it, everything,
Okay.
everything. It was just too hard to deal with working with butchers, and then also the amount that so one of them charged me over £700 to butcher a Dexter.
Okay.
And it was just, that was this last scunneration. So
Scunneration.
scunneration,
I
yes.
like that.
So then we saw somebody who'd had their own wee butchery selling up their equipment. So we bought the equipment, but it's not any, because you cut a stick when you see it.
Love that phrase.
But we still were using other butchers. Then lockdown came, 2020, all the butchers went mad busy, and nobody would butcher anything for us because they were all too busy themselves.
That's right, because the
So
supermarkets
that was
closed.
the point at which we decided to go ahead and actually put in a butchery. So I bought a big cabin. I don't know. We're going.
We're going to go a wander through.
So we bought a bespoke cabin that's all a butchery, so that when we stop doing it, we can just take it out. We didn't convert a building or anything.
We'll go through and see all that stuff just in a second. I suppose what we'll do is just, while we're at this spot here, because we're doing something different. Usually I'm used to sitting stationary, but now I'm thinking we better manoeuvre on through. But just, if we talk about these cows very briefly here, we had a girl we saw last day.
Oh, that's her there, Chestnut.
Right here in front of us.
Right here in front of us. This is Chestnut. She's 18. So she was an original. She had a calf at foot when she came. She's an old lady.
18 years old.
18
you
years
reckon
old.
you've had, what, 14 calves out of her?
Yeah, no bother. And 2 breeding bulls out of her, because she had different genetics to the other ones that came. She had different genetics to the other ones that came. So so we do work with 3 bulls now, just so that they're all mixing and matching and nobody's doing their own.
Yes.
So yeah, she's more of the dairy type, being when she calves, she's a vessel like a space hopper. She does her calves extremely well.
I see that there, but you said last time, have you retired her now? You think just her bag's getting too big?
Yes, aye. She's a
fair age too.
She's a fair age, and yeah, she can just happily. I mean, she's looking great for a 18-year-old cow.
Oh, what a shine on her! Looks great.
And
but,
she can just remain here until she's not fit to.
And will she end up in a meat box
No,
then?
she will absolutely not.
No. What would you do with her when she's done?
Well, I'm afraid to say she would
go
have
to
to get
Grace Hill.
euthanized by Grace Hill, but she's not going to the abattoir. Definitely not.
Henry Brothers?
No, she's going nowhere alive.
Right. Just Grace Hill.
She's going nowhere alive.
Get the vet out to Jagger and just that'll be it.
No, yeah.
No, that's nice, but it's quite a special thing as well from being here from the start.
Yeah,
I mean, 18-year-old, I know cows can live, but
Mm-hmm.
a cow that's producing calves every year, like, fair play to her.
Yeah, no, she's been amazing, and she's a lovely old lady. Yep.
And I take it, I notice there's brown cows here as well.
Yes.
Dexter's come in brown and black,
They come
do they?
in black, red, and dun.
Okay.
I don't know if you can see through the gate, the dun one standing.
Oh, that's a darker red kind of colour there, is it?
So the dun is actually the black gene. Duns are actually black, the black gene, because you've got the red gene and the black gene. The duns are the black gene with another gene that creates them not to be black. And dun can be anything from like a really creamy colour to Bourneville chocolate.
Okay, so what if it's not red? If it's not a red one?
If it's not black or red,
it's done?
It's done, yeah.
Okay, I like that. That covers all aspects
Duns
of it.
generally have a white nose as well.
And what age will you be killing these beasts at? See these calves that you're bringing through here?
Yeah,
Your
these
Dexter
are,
Beef,
these are now, these are only a year and a half, these ones here. So we kill them at as close to 30 months as possible, but obviously when you're having a batch, you need to kind of spread them out a bit. So some of them do go OTM. We don't really kill before 24 at all.
And
26 to
30
and then
over.
sometimes OTMs.
But OTM, for people wondering what you mean by that, you mean over 30 months?
Over 30 months, yeah.
And the difference with that is?
The difference with that is they have to get the spine removed in the abattoir, which is an additional cost.
Yeah, and the reason for that is?
Well, to do with
mad cow disease.
That's the one.
What's the correct term
bovine
for it?
spongiform. No, bovine
BVD?
spongiform encephalitis.
Right,
yeah.
okay, there we go. Yeah, is that a bit of a nonsense?
Yeah, I would say so because yes, there's. I know that there is the odd case throws up, but they've got reasons for that, don't they? I can't remember what they are, but it's definitely not widespread.
And cattle going through the market,
days.
if they're over 30 months, they'll take quite a hit on them.
Yes, that's
price-wise, don't
yes,
they? If yeah.
But we don't send any of ours to the market. There would be absolutely no point. You would get nothing for them because they're too small.
Yes. Whereas you can turn them into something.
Yes.
What would one of these be at the market? If you went and sold that commercially fat, hard to know now because the prices jumped so much, but I mean, they're still going to be 1,200 quid, or more?
No.
You don't think so?
No, and definitely not. I think you would lucky to get £1,000. I don't actually know.
No, that's interesting.
We've not done it.
What weights?
Well, I can only tell you hook weights. I don't really know about live weights.
Okay.
So
you don't weigh them. You just once it's finished.
Yes. Once it's finished, they just go. So
Hook
ours range from 200 to 300. 300's rare. Most of them are kind of 250. 200 to 250, but ours are all kind of 250.
Yeah, okay.
But we do some for Duncan McIntyre at Butte.
Do you do cattle for other breeds?
Yes, we do. We butcher for other people, and we do all sorts of breeds. We've done Wagyu, Highland,
but like, what would
all your normals.
You know, what, like a limousine or a Charlie or something like that, what kind of hook weight would they be?
They're about 400 kilos, whereas so double. Yeah.
And is it double the meat, or is it a lot of that big bone?
Oh, you will get a lot more meat.
More,
you get a lot more meat, and also Dexters tend to be like it's a very marbledy. The reason they taste so fantastic is because there is quite a bit of fat involved.
That's like the Wagyu idea. It's marbled in amongst the muscle.
And they've got quite a lot of internal fat as well, so that immediately just goes in the bucket.
But so there's a lot of waste off it.
Yes,
but with this marbling you through it, is that like the Wagyu with a low melting point, or not quite as low? But
that's very technical. I have no idea.
Yeah, so
I don't know idea about that. So
the selling point of the Wagyu is that
it melts down.
You know how you get.
Well, it's not as marbled as Wagyu.
No, well, I don't
but
think
it is marbled, and and it all melts in. And,
that's an interesting one, because that is their selling point, is that, you know, like a lot of fat just, you know, obviously when you cook it, it's still there, it's still fat. Whereas the other thing is it melts like butter.
Yes, well,
the
butter is exactly. So you get a lot of Dexter beef that's covered in very yellowy. Sometimes it's neon yellow.
Okay.
I was on a blog thing, and a lot of discussion about that, and we're thinking it was more of a genetic thing than what because you'll feed them all the same. Well, they all get grass.
Yeah.
They all get grass. They don't get fed any hard feed at all. Ours, apart from for
I have to bring them in.
Bring them in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's fine. They
don't get like the calves don't get fed in a creep feeder. The only time that calves get a hard feed at all is just when after they come off their mothers they get a hard feed for a few weeks. Just for the transition. Yeah. And also it also helps them to know what cake is.
When you want to bring them in.
Purposes of trying to move them about.
Yeah. How many Dexters do you actually run here?
So we've got
between yourselves and Scott and Jen.
They've got more than us. Well, cows wise, we've got 13 or 14 cows. They'll probably have nearer 20 cows, and then all the followers and whatnot.
And between the two, you can keep up with demand, or you having to use some of the Butte
so no, we have bought in. No, we don't use. We've not used any of Duncan's. We bought 5 from somebody that was at Lochwinnoch.
Right.
We bought 5 from them. We only buy pure Dexter cattle, but we don't buy much.
Yeah.
Scott and Jen bought another lot from somebody else.
And do these,
but it's just pure
are they
Dexters
registered?
Yes,
So you keep them all registered,
yes,
pedigree
they're all
Dexters?
Pedigree Dexters, yeah. Yep.
And you sell bulls sometimes, do you, or not?
No.
Just if you don't need a bull for yourself, it goes in the freezer?
Yeah.
Right, okay. Do you ever sell anything then, like for breeding stock?
So initially we did, because obviously to begin with, before I had a Facebook page and it was all busy, and we had a butchery, we did have more stock than we were going through beef-wise, so I did try selling the odd heifer or two, and it didn't really work. So the other big decision at lockdown, when we couldn't get any to butcher, was should we continue or should we stop, or will we do this? Like, it was a big decision. Will we just stop or will we set up the butchery? So obviously we set up the butchery.
What was the deciding factor there?
I don't know, we just decided because we like having them.
Ambition?
No, not at all. Not in the slightest. Because we like having them.
Yeah.
So if we didn't have them, we wouldn't have them. Anyway, I do also like a project. And so setting up the butchery, I love a project.
Yeah, it's a bit of ambition. It's a similar thing. It's like that challenge.
I absolutely love a project, and I love
making a project succeed.
Making a project happen, and then once it's happening, I'm quite happy to go, right, okay, bye.
Yeah, okay. And that's
what's happening now.
Yeah, so Jen and Scott
to me,
take
this was a 5-year project, and so
you've nailed it.
5 years.
And they're going to call it something different.
They're calling it Meat to You.
Meat to You, which is MEAT.
Meat to You.
Yeah, Meat to You. Not EWE, just Meat to You, YOU.
YOU, yeah.
Yeah. We're too confusing.
I know.
That'd be like lamb over beef.
No, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I know, but it'd be confusing though, wouldn't it?
Anyway, yes, because it is more accurate. Because initially,
obviously,
when we first started, it was just beef. Now we do lamb from Scott and Jen's, and we also do pork from a farm at Mayball.
Yep. I see. They've got the scope to
they've got loads of scope to grow it further.
Before we wander over and see the butchery here, I see a Crystalyx tub sitting.
Yes.
We're sponsored by Crystalyx here on the podcast. Do you always work with Crystalyx? You're going to tell me no, just those ones?
We just do a few. Just a few. Yes, it's Crystalyx, yes.
And that's the high mag?
Yes,
Yeah.
And that's just been lying about, yeah. So we don't give them a huge amount of stuff, but yeah, Crystalyx, yep, it's good.
So the rest of the year they don't really do anything at all?
They
Just
don't
not even a
really-
highlight bucket,
they
a pre-calving
don't
bucket or anything?
really- Well, just high mag when it gets to the end of the year and
Yeah.
getting to colder nights and things, or colder mornings.
Because the Dexter obviously is meant to be like, what, an outdoor reared
Yes,
cow?
it is.
Pretty hardy.
They're meant to live outdoors.
Hairy in the winter.
And we didn't have, when we bought them, we didn't have any sheds or anything, but the year we bought them, it was horizontal rain.
Okay.
So Craig put up a bit of a shed, and then the shed has grown and grown over the years.
And now it's not used for cows?
And,
Or
well,
does
no,
he still put
the
the cows
cows
in it?
go in the winter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so these are all winter inside?
They are winter inside,
Okay.
because also for, like, Craig's away working, so
Yeah,
it's much
management.
easier to just get on with them when they're inside. So we make silage. Yeah.
And then what if-
They have grass during the summer, they have silage during the winter.
Do they calve okay?
Yes, yep, yeah, they generally just pop them out, yep. We had a set of twins this year, and one of the twins was coming backwards, so we had the vet
Okay.
out. I've got a wonderful photograph of the vet on his knees.
We'll
On
add
his
that.
knees.
We'll add that onto the YouTube. You can send me that on WhatsApp. We'll add that onto the YouTube.
I don't like that. I mean, the cow to me
It'd be like lambing a
doesn't
sheep.
look that wee,
Yeah.
because she's got a big body. Like you want a good big deep body.
Yeah, they say that's good for a big rumen, isn't it?
Yes,
Keeps
so
them-
a big body. So she's got a big body, and to me, she doesn't seem a wee cow, but the vet's there on his knees. Anyway, so she obviously
but
is a small cow.
Well, she's not standing up though, is she?
Uh-huh.
Well,
Yeah,
she's standing up,
she's
he's on his
standing up,
knees to
yeah.
calve it. Bit older.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
We'll add that
Yeah.
photo to the YouTube.
Yeah. So yeah, the twins are out there having a great time. She's done them very well.
Yeah, and they wean now, are they?
No, they're still out
No, they're
there
still
because it
around
was
'cause
just the spring.
yeah,
We've
she's
got a
just been
bull.
back
We've
with
got
the
a bull
bull.
with cows out in another field out there.
Right, we'll head over and see this butchery side of things, will we?
Okay.
Crystalyx Extra High Energy feed blocks have been providing high energy supplementation to ewes, lambs and rams in the UK since 1978. Packed full of protein, vitamins, minerals and trace elements, Crystalyx Extra High Energy has been proven to increase live lamb numbers and improve lamb daily live weight gain at a cost of only 4 to 7 pence per ewe per day. To view the full Crystalyx range and find your nearest stockist, visit crystalyx-global.com.
So yeah, this was just part of this shed.
Tidy. So this is the public entrance.
Yes.
Tidy setup.
And the caravan used to live in here.
Darvel Dexter Beef. Find it on Facebook to follow the story. So when did this go up?
2020.
So 5 years old.
2020.
Okay. Ring doorbell for the out of hours people.
Yeah.
Do you always need to be here when folk? I take it.
Yes.
There's always staff to serve them.
Yeah.
It's not self-service.
Or if people, I'll just pop out. I'm happy to pop out if I'm here. I usually tell
When you don't want them at hours, obviously.
We do have hours.
But you tried.
But,
Aye.
If
Some people come after work and things.
I say if you want to come, just give me a phone. If I'm here, I'm happy to serve.
Yeah.
It's got a bit of tone.
No, that's good. Yeah. So
Right.
if we step in, James can just float about. Don't worry about him. So for people listening on audio, we're basically in a lean-to shed that has been enclosed with some sort of plywood fronting. You've stuck sheets of tin on it. It's got a nice PVC door. They've put the spray foam insulation on the roof. There's an air conditioning unit here as well, which looks
These
fancy.
are all things that had to. You didn't think they needed done in the first place, but then when it's frosty outside and it's literally raining inside due to the condensation, I had to get the foam onto the roof.
So that's to stop the condensation dripping.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
And then in the summer it was a million degrees in here, so I got the air conditioning unit put on.
And what kind of money is like an air conditioning? What's that cost to put in?
I don't know. It's a couple of thousand, I think it was. I can't exactly remember.
No, that's, yeah. It obviously wasn't shocking, or you would remember. You always remember the ones that are like disgustingly dear.
I've got a very bad memory. I keep telling you that.
Well, that's it. I was quizzing you about these beasts out here, these Dexters. So you're saying we get less
You're
than £1,000.
doing the Dragon's Den questioning.
The Dragon's Den, but we like talking about money on the podcast. But like you taking these beasts, we're saying we're getting £1,000 or less. Like what are you turning a beast into through the shop?
So it's about 2.5, 2 to 2.5, depending on the size. There is.
That's gross. That's before you take all your costs
Yes,
of the butcher and everything off. Okay.
Aye.
So there's a lot of costs.
Yes.
That'll sound wow,
Oh
unbelievable.
no, but there are
the
a lot of costs.
well,
Yes.
If your air conditioning
Yes,
bill
well,
running all the
there's
time.
Well, so I viewed this. So we bought this cabin here. Got it made, and because you need to tell them where you want all your door and all your electrical points. It has to be bespoke, really.
Yes.
It was about £15,000.
And this is a refrigerated. Essentially, it's like a refrigerated unit.
This is not refrigerated. The chill's refrigerated, but this is just
a custom-built
cabin
container.
Yes,
cabin
a container.
thing. It's like a porta cabin thing,
It
isn't
is,
it? Yeah.
and it got put into place, and then the front got put on, and the side got put on,
And what company did this for you?
a company in England, I can't remember.
No, that's all right. Because it's a very nice bit of kit. So, what came first? This came first.
So I viewed this £15,000 like people spend more than that on a bike.
Yeah.
So this is my hobby. This is all a hobby gone wrong, and So I just sort of.
Was that your biggest investment to get set up?
Yes,
Other than taking on staff, obviously, is a huge leap. But
yes,
And was this always going to be for butchering? That was the plan.
I think this was bought for, and then when we stop doing it, the front can come off, and this can get pulled out, and it can go elsewhere.
It's just if Jen and Scott want to move it to their place,
and if they decide they don't want to do it, it can all get sold. But that's the plan. Is it's going over to them eventually. But yeah, because we're all set up here, we've got solar panels and things which help massively. This shed's covered in solar panels, so during the summer, the solar panels run everything that's needed to be running, and also there's a storage battery, so it also stores enough energy to run everything overnight.
Okay, so in the summer you have no electricity
costs?
In
the sun, and not very little.
Yeah, okay.
In the winter it's an entirely different story.
Yeah.
Because they don't, I mean, the shed roof's covered in them, but they don't really produce that much for running everything.
Are things like these your AC unit, but then you won't need that in the summer?
No,
in the
that
winter,
needs to go on. It's not just, so it's also, it also dries the atmosphere. That also,
okay. Right.
It's a dehumidifier as well.
Right, okay.
So no, that's on 24/7 all the time.
And that's important for mould
exactly. Because
condensation.
We've got lots of things being stored.
Yeah, okay.
So we need it to be dry in here.
So that, just
so it keeps things cool and dry.
Hyper inverter.
Yeah, it keeps everything cool and dry.
But I mean, do these things use a lot of power? Freezers, do they? Yeah.
With freezers do, yeah.
Do they?
Freezers do, and the chill, yeah, and.
Of course.
And then I've got a blast freezer in the bakery, and that uses an awful lot of electricity.
We have we're pointing at this is a refrigerated container, or is this a special built freezer?
This is a chill. I don't know if there's anything in there.
So is that that's just cold? It's not.
It's just cold. It's just cold. It's not frozen. There was a
carcass
in there earlier on, but now there's not.
Up as we speak. So it just keeps a chill. So all these things are burn a lot of electricity. So there's your big cost coming out of your $2,500 for your beast straight away. And we have these. This is the shop part of it.
Yes, this is the shop. So this is a fridge. This is the fresh stuff, and this is all Dexter beef and Wileyland lamb.
What's a cannon of lamb?
So a cannon of lamb is the best thing ever.
Right.
So you know the loin chops, you know the rack of lamb.
Okay. Yeah.
The rack of lamb.
Yeah.
And so that's the meat out of that. So you don't have all those bones.
So you've literally just taken the best part out of it and made it into a cut.
You do. That's a wee small one. There was quite a few of them there, and they're all away. But it's gorgeous and tender and quick cooked, and way more better than fishing it out from the bone, I think.
Picking it off the bone.
Yes.
Yeah, well, some might say
mission.
cooking it with the bones part of the flavour, is it? Or
where am I? I don't know. I would just rather eat it like that. And also for
I'm sure
packing,
too.
For packing, like so, when we're packing things, we there's so much bone protection has to go on.
Right.
So like this is all bone protection, all this meshy stuff.
Okay.
Because if we didn't have that, these would just.
So we're looking at a packet of
double loin chops.
Double loin chops,
which are like mini T-bone steaks, lamb T-bone steaks.
And we're looking at a sort of mesh. I suppose it's similar to like if your aim's taping.
Exactly.
It's a similar kind of mesh type thing that they're here. And why have you put that on the bone?
To stop the bone piercing the vacuum. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So.
And you have to.
Well, if you didn't, there wouldn't be.
But do you have to do it, or you do it because you?
Well, we do it because we like to do everything extremely well.
I like it. And I see here, just looking at, where am I looking at some steaks here? So some ribeye steaks here. I mean, the marbling is unbelievable. Like I can see how these things sell. But you're at £40 a kilo there for your ribeye. So that's a big ribeye steak. It's half a kilo, 500 grams.
There's two in there. There's two
in there. So there is 2 pack. I was going to say that was a big one.
And also it's vacuumed. So if it wasn't vacuumed, it would be deeper. So Dexter steaks are very good because they're not a huge, big steak. It's not a big, huge face on the ribeye.
Yep.
So you can get a lovely thick steak. Like you can get a 10-ounce steak that's
Okay.
lovely and thick.
Yeah.
But it's not. Oh,
And cook it beautifully. Aye, come on ahead. Don't worry about us. You do your thing.
this is Alan the Butcher.
Master Butcher Alan here coming through with some buffalo glaze. Is it actually buffalo glaze? Is that the secret? Am I giving away?
Spicy buffalo. Glaze. What's
For the Dexter beef? For kebabs? Oh, that. So I've got an Angus on the
Yes,
plate
we've got
here.
an Angus for the McConkeys of
Look at this, look at that.
Moss Yard down at Gatehouse of Fleet.
Oh, that's come from a fair distance.
Yeah.
It's hung for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And you're just cutting, which cut is that we're looking at there? That's a sirloin, is it? That's... We'll come
Do you want
in
to
here,
come in?
James, a second. Aye, we'll come in, I think.
So this is Angela. Angela is Master Packer.
Angela,
everything,
good to see you
everything
again.
is beautifully packed by Angela.
It was just, I was so bloody impressed. I says I need to come back and do something for myself here for the podcast. So, and it's our first time trying just floating about with the camera. So we're watching Alan here, just Master Butcher.
No, I wouldn't say
Master Butcher.
Need a master butcher.
Slacky, I watch EV Slack on Facebook.
Mr. Slacky, I've seen it.
Aye, he's quite good. I was watching one of his this morning, just hanging like something about meat. And it must be our human nature that when we see a piece of meat hanging up,
Yeah.
like you're just fascinated. Like
Yeah, I just, yep.
do you know, you stop and look at it and go, oh, God,
Wow.
It's a bit barbaric, right enough that we have that in our nature,
Well,
but it just looks tasty.
That's, millions of years of
Evolution.
yeah.
And there's plenty of folk trying to change that with their nonsense. So what is this you're cutting here?
Ribeye.
This is the ribeye.
Do you know what I love, Iona? All my livestock in one simple app.
Aye, Cammy. Next you'll be telling me your cows can send emails.
Well, they can't do that yet, but with HerdWatch, managing livestock is easy. One app, all your cattle and sheep compliance records, medicine tracking, and more right there in your pocket. Tired of paperwork piling up like muck in your parlour? Sick of chasing scraps of paper when you'd rather be chasing sheep? Then you need HerdWatch.
HerdWatch lets you register your calves before you've even wiped the afterbirth off your feet.
It's so quick, I had time left to make a cuppa and drink it.
Oh, cats. Whether you're juggling lambing, TB testing, or just trying to remember where you left your wellies, HerdWatch makes sure your records are always up to scratch.
Over 22,000 farmers across the UK and Ireland can't all be wrong. Well, not this time.
Download HerdWatch now and join the herd, because the only thing you should be wrestling is the gate on a windy day.
Oh, I like that. Okay.
That wasn't very energetic, was
You're
it?
going to go another one? Right,
Yep.
here we go.
Download...
Smile when you say it and it'll sound less threatening.
No, I want download HerdWatch now. Download HerdWatch now and join the herd, because the only thing you should be wrestling is the gate on a windy day.
HerdWatch. Farm smarter, not harder.
Is that a good looking ribeye? It looks good to me. You would say not as good as a Dexter ribeye?
You'd be disappointed if you seen that one on your plate.
Oh, no.
Ribeye is full of flavour.
Yeah.
And really.
Angus, I did watch a man reviewing steaks. Did you ever watch that video? There's a boy cooks up all the different cattle breeds, and they don't think they did Dexter actually.
All right.
But ribeye, Frisian scored very highly.
Right.
The yellow fat you're talking about. See the yellow fat?
Yeah,
Frisian has that yellow
We
fat.
generally have yellow fat on yours as well.
Yeah.
A few of the times because we found the grass from the farm.
Yeah.
But I mean, the flavour after
And what do you think causes the yellow fat?
The grass, either the grass.
A grass-fed diet?
Grass-fed diet, right.
And maybe that explains why Frisians got a lot of room.
I did see a thing that they reckoned it was a genetic thing, because they don't
Okay.
all have it, but it is a very common thing in the Dexter, and it's really soft. If you were talking about buttery, soft
it's-
buttery fat is very Dexter.
And it helps
Yeah.
the flavour.
Yeah.
But, you know, something like that, yellow fat, would put the consumer off.
It would indeed.
Because they're not used to it.
It would, aye.
You know-
This is, I mean, it was before before we started butchering, it would have put me off. But now you know what you know, and
I'm just...
yeah, it makes a big
Aye, well,
difference once you know.
it's not... Yeah, exactly. Most
And
folk
then,
start buying it.
and
they
also I
get
used to have my steaks well done. Well, that's just
that's barbaric.
That is,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, no,
Now I'm a medium rare person.
absolutely rare, medium rare for me. I can take it, but I just love looking at meat, innit? It's just good. So they'll go over there for the expert packer. What's going on the skewers here just now?
Barbecue. That's what we're doing. Barbecue skewers.
Barbecue from this Angus.
From this Angus, we've done barbecue skewers. We've got buffalo deer. We're going to get more, and we're going to do sweet Italian, probably sweet chili.
Okay.
See how many we've got left, and then we'll just go with
Yeah, okay. And this is at the customer's request, or they just say to you, do what you think's good?
customer. The sheets up there and you follow the sheet.
Oh, so like this sheet up, so anyone watching YouTube, we have a sheet up on the wall.
These are the sheet customer requests.
Oh, and you've stuck this up in. Oh, that's clever.
So yeah, I send them out the sheets and they fill out, and then it tells us what size of packs to make them in and
That's fantastic.
what they want, whether they want
And
a
you've
big
just
thing.
taken a photo of that, printed it out.
Yeah.
And Alan can't go wrong.
This spreadsheet up, and she fills it out to customer request. So if they want salmon cuts, 2 large salmon cuts, we've got in there.
What's a salmon cut? It's a type of.
It's
I've never
next
heard
to
of
the
a salmon
silver
cut.
side.
Roasted right inside there.
It's
Is that a common cut? Is it? A salmon cut of beef.
It's next to the silver side.
Right, okay.
The silver side, you get the salmon cut next to the silver.
So this is your silver. Is this the silver side?
That's
The salmon cut roast.
Salmon cut is one.
Is that more
muscle.
of a premium?
It's
or?
a one. No. So top side, I would say is your best. But obviously you've got your rolled sirloin and your old ribeye.
Yeah.
But from the rump, top side would be your best roast.
So what is a salmon cut? A kind of basic
So it's
cut? It's not a premium?
salmon cut is one solid, it's a muscle.
Yeah.
Whereas the other ones are bigger. You wouldn't like the silver side. You would only get a bit of that, but your salmon cut is a whole.
And where
muscle.
Where does this salmon come from?
The back end of the rump.
Yeah.
The back end of the rump, the top side sits in the top, and underneath the shoulder side, that's to the side of the salmon cut.
Okay.
And there's a knuckle which makes the full back end piece.
Right.
So it's all
And-
much the same,
but-
just separate it.
Do you know where the term salmon comes from? Just because of how it looks?
Well, so it is paler. It is.
Is what?
It's much paler.
Oh,
And
so a
tex-
colour thing
is
maybe?
the
Right.
colour and also the texture. The texture is different. So your top side is a much more open textured muscle,
Okay.
and your salmon cut is a very tight, fine textured muscle.
Okay, so it's the similarities to the salmon meat is
yeah.
where they've come from. And you've got a beautiful bin of bones and
Bones,
things here. Where does
yes.
this go?
So that,
There's the
yes.
salmon.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
beautiful. And it's just a little
So
bit
it is
lighter
a
pink.
pinker. Yeah. So it's a
we're
pinker
looking at salmon
colour.
cut here just now. That's nice.
And that's the muscle. That is it. Whereas other ones are, it's bits of the muscle. Whereas that's the whole muscle.
Is this their? Yeah, it's bits rolled together. That's
Yes,
just one.
uh-huh.
Little farm, is that their?
Little farm. One little farm,
Okay.
and they've also got 3 little cottages. Is it?
Little huts.
3 little huts. 3 little huts and 1 little farm.
And they have a farm shop.
They do. Yes,
Down at
it's amazing.
Mulligalloway, did you say? Gatehouse of Fleet, was it?
Gatehouse of Fleet.
Yep.
It's a beautiful wee shop. You need to look it up.
Oh well, I can see the meat they're selling. It's absolutely
Yeah,
fantastic. So
yeah.
there's another one.
What they do is a high quality.
Yeah, and they grass-fed Angus as well. And
Angus, Aberdeen Angus, they get sheep lambs.
okay.
So
Do you do their lambs as well?
Everything lambs, pigs,
Pigs.
everything we do, right?
Yeah, okay. And are they flat out?
I think so. Yeah, because they're
I
sending
have
lots
grand
of stuff
notions.
up.
I mean, part of my reason for coming back to this podcast as well, I think it's great to do a bit more research and hear more about it, because I have grand notions of doing something similar. Because, with the sheep game, we've got such a short window, like I said last time. It's like, if we just started something, we could really do something with it. But
Yeah.
it's getting started. It's taking the big leap like you did buying
Well,
the,
yes.
the butcher's
You
equipment.
bought the stuff and it was really powerful for me to set it up.
Aye, just had it sitting ready to go. And
The problem is you go on to get the butcher, a carcass butcher.
Yeah.
Carcass butchers are few and far
Yeah.
between.
yeah.
Watch out, it's slicing out the boxes as well in abattoirs.
Oh, is it?
You've got
Yeah.
a lot of places that you get carcass
The
butchers.
most butchers are a lot of butchers, not a lot of butchers. They just buy in boxed stuff already,
Wait.
fairly well cut down in the abattoir.
But even butchers like like your proper butchers on the high street, like a lot of them are buying in,
Some of them will buy that carcass and some will buy it in those boxes.
right?
And it's the trades can even butcher trades can buy it, but the common trade is butcher for head piece.
Aye.
You just can't find them anywhere.
Yeah.
I suppose there's not many young folk come out of school going, I'm
No,
going to be a butcher, eh? It's,
Well, they should.
like you get to do this all day, like
Yeah.
it's bloody great. Like what a beautiful product to work with. Especially in this environment, to be fair. I dare
That's a
say,
fillet.
is that a fillet there?
So, yeah.
Here we go, there's the premium cut here.
Yeah. So a Dexter fillet is less than half of that size.
Is that right?
Yeah.
And you wouldn't say an Angus, well, it's not a huge beast, an Angus.
It was the ticket said it was 370 kilo dead weight, I think.
370?
I think so.
Oh, that's a fair weight.
Yes, it's 340.
340, does that tell you what age of beast it was or anything there as well? Or?
That's how they did
The date of birth on it, yeah.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Oh, but the passport for the beast comes to here as well?
The ticket there. The passport.
Its date of birth is on.
Yeah.
2nd of September 23. So
So 2nd of September
it's not
23, so
quite. It's not quite 2.
it's just shy of 2-year-old, there we go, that's fair play. It's a good carcass, quick return.
UB cattle looked alright, the wee short ones looked alright in the field, I seen you walking about.
Oh, do you see them when you think of them?
I look.
Well, there's a good chance you might get one to butcher at some point if you have space for me. We'll try and get one into you. We'll definitely do, because I don't want to get farm assured. So we'll definitely
Yeah.
sell our own beef. I just don't, I've said before, big fan of the girls at QMS and the team at QMS. They're a good team of folk, do great stuff, but I just don't like the farm assurance.
No.
The way they do it, I just don't agree with it. I think it's an absolute nonsense.
It's
But
a box ticking exercise.
It's just an absolute nonsense. It
Yeah.
does, yeah. But that's for another podcast. But this, I felt like it. You just stand mesmerised, eh? James is slevering behind the camera here. And I was too busy looking
Grace Hill.
at meat.
We send it to Grace Hill. So
That goes to Grace Hill, does it?
when I first started, I had great plans of doing dog food.
Yep.
But it was a time, because time was an issue, but also the regulations. I looked into all, and the regulations.
So, in case
I was thinking we could butcher for humans during the day, and then once we'd finished that, we could butcher what was left for
Yep.
animal food, dog food. No, not allowed to do that. It all has to be all washed down. And
But-
even although it's like, I mean, if you were still continuing to butcher for humans that day, it'd be fine. I don't understand why it had to all be washed
surely,
down.
I mean, take it. Do you have to pay Grace Hill to take it away?
Yes.
Well, surely there's somebody watching this podcast or listening to this podcast that does dog food.
Right, so
that could buy it off
there
you.
would be, but they don't want to come every day to get it from us, and we don't have. So
You want to store it?
we would have to store it.
But surely
We can't. We don't have room in there.
Right, okay.
I mean, we do at the moment because there's nothing in there, but sometimes that's absolutely chocker.
How much you
sorry,
pay?
wait till it. Sorry,
Oh, no
wait till
worries.
it just.
Someone's
Shut that
at
off.
the door there, so jeez, we're back to watching these fillets
Right,
getting
sorry.
cut. Yeah, you could just do the podcast. Look at that now. Speaking about salmon, that's got a wee tail on it there. It's got a wee.
That's
look at
a- yeah,
Is that
the
the
fillet-
thickness you cut them at?
Well, ours are not that thick because ours are not such a big. Ours are a much smaller circumference, so they would
Okay.
be taller than they would be
Okay.
round. The Allen butterfly ours, so that they're kind of that size.
Yeah.
And then that's the fillet tail. Fillet tails are just as gorgeous as the rest of it, and that's the Chateau.
Chateaubriand. I've heard of
That's
them.
That's the head of the
Have
fillet.
you had one, James? Are they good? I think there's a restaurant called Chateau X or something like that in Glasgow or something. I saw it on social media the other day.
That's
Beautiful, isn't it? That is beautiful. And this was hung for 3 weeks.
it was killed.
Did-
Sorry, Angela. It was
You know, I
killed.
have all the details.
It was killed on the 30th of July, and this is the.
This is the 20th. Aye, so 3 weeks.
Yeah.
How long, Alma, do you think, how long should beef be hung?
Well, if you're quality Angus, so you're running a 3 weeks, you're okay, but you can go. If
Th-
it's long,
this
you've
was
got-
meant to be
you've
getting
got
done-
a-
This was meant to be getting done next week, but they're needing it
Right.
for a
Strawberry covering. It's just got a nice cover in the back of it.
You're talking about the cover of fat,
The cover and fat. So the cover of the fat on the back, it protects all the meat in there.
right?
So-
I stopped it drying out.
So-
Cover,
yeah.
it dries out
Yeah, okay.
and it starts to work its
And then
way
you have to
into-
cut, and then it goes in the bin.
starts to work its way in. The longer you leave it, it'll work its way in. So when you cut it open, I maybe have to cut a bit up here because there's no covering.
Right,
Do you
okay.
understand? You see it there? You just didn't feed into the bit that
Yeah, so that's wasted, is it? That
that bit is cut off.
Yeah.
right.
And then the trim
Yeah.
that off.
Yeah, if you hang it too long, you do have to cut bits off. But this was meant to hang till next week, but they're having some event at the weekend, so they want it.
So they
want it for the weekend.
But if so, would you like 28 days, 30 days?
24, but over 21. We're running 21, 23.
A Dexter carcass. So we do the shoulders and flanks at 2 weeks because they don't need to hang really. You want to get them done as soon as and then we hang the fronts half for 2 weeks and the back half for 3 weeks. The rumps and roasts get done the second week, and when we're bringing stuff in for other people to butcher. Generally, they're bigger carcasses, so we do it 3 weeks and 4 weeks. But Amy was wanting this.
I mean, it looks incredible. But I cannot stop looking at, and people listening to the audio are going to get annoyed, but I cannot stop looking at this bin of meat cuts here and stuff, and just thinking, what a waste!
It is such a waste. Yes.
Like that would make such good dog feed. There must be somebody. But you'd only entertain a lot of bones. But there's a lot of dog feed now kind of ground down into bones.
Yeah.
You make a pulp with it.
So if we had facilities to store, we would store it and send it to a dog food place, but we don't. So
it's not, you're not interested in it really. What's it costing you to send to Grace Hill every week?
Quite a lot, yeah.
Roughly, what's it costing?
Is it £120 for a
£120 quid per bin?
No,
a bigger bin than
collection.
that?
For the collection. Two bins. We've got 2 bins.
So two green wheelie bins cost you £120 quid. Is that, are you doing that per week?
Oh, aye. Yeah.
Or more with that look?
Yeah.
Is it?
Aye. Well, depends. Depends what we're butchering, because things that are really, really fat.
Yeah.
I mean, it all goes in the bin.
Surely there's somebody
sometimes
that
pigs,
has a use for
like
that.
loads and loads of fat off of some pigs, and it all goes in the bin. And there is uses for it, but don't have the capacity.
You can't store it, but surely there must be somebody that thinks.
The time. Yes.
But if they would come once a day or once every 2 days and just lift it. Listen, it's an idea.
I know,
If you want to discuss it, drop me an email. Because you're talking £500 a month.
I know, yeah.
It's quite a lot.
Used to be a place in Mocklin, I don't know if they're still there. They came and collected all the bins and they pulped them out. Dog stuff, I don't know.
Yes, it is still there.
I don't know if it's still there.
And there's another dog food place, but as I say, they don't want to come every day and take your stuff. It needs to be.
You need to get rid of it, or see it just rots
in the chill.
Yeah.
Or
it'll
frozen.
just rot and flies. Okay.
Yeah, and we don't have space at all.
Well, there's
for
something.
That.
What about a zoo or something? It's collection on it. It's just collection.
They wouldn't want to run through every day.
No.
Yeah, so they get. I mean, I did think of all of that when I started, and especially the pet food thing, because that's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Because you could just change it immediately into vacuum pack it, and we wouldn't be all that hanging about. It would just be done.
What is it that stops you using it for pet food? Because you have to have a different facility? Because of the regulations,
you have to have everything wall washed down and cleaned down. And
but a facility is just doing pet food, that's fine?
Well, yes, it would be basically like this. You would work and then you would clean, and then you would work and then you'd clean. I was thinking we could do human stuff and then dog stuff on the same day, but you're not allowed to do that.
So you've got my brain going now. It's like, hey, could I just do pet food? We'll look into it later.
Oh, yeah,
but if there's someone watching thinking this would be an
100%.
idea,
No,
then that's the thing. And everything's just vacuum packed
Vacuum packed, yes, vacuum packed, and we
and a seal across it.
Yeah.
Vacuum pack, obviously freshness, space.
Yes. Yes.
It looks
so
smart.
Everything's flat packed.
The meat is pressed up against the packaging, so you see it easy.
Yeah, it's just less damage. If we used to.
Yeah, there we go. There's some stir fry strips. Look at that from One Little Farm, as well. And I take it there. If anyone's down Gatehouse of Fleet, obviously look them up. But I take it they've got a shop you can just wander in and get.
Yes, yep.
Nice coffee shop.
Nice coffee shop as well.
Beautiful cakes, yes.
Yeah, there we go.
So we used to, like sausage and things, put them in the tray and do them with the cling film wrap thing.
Okay.
But that's fine if you're selling fresh, but if in the freezer it just gets damaged. So
Yeah.
So we really don't use it.
Yeah, it's smaller.
Storage, flat packed. Everybody's delighted.
The flat pack, you can stack more off.
All your minces, and you do that, and you can pile them up in your freezer with bowls in it.
Yeah. All the customers are all, oh wow, look at the packing,
love it.
and that's Angela.
I'm quite apple
Which is what you want from your packaging person.
Somebody disrupts it, I let them know.
You get upset. I love it. I suppose one thing, just wrapping, hang on a bit, we could look at this week forever. Is this the Chateau?
Chateaubriand.
Do folk cook that as a roast?
Well, you can, people will buy it.
Is that
just nice and
that's
pink
not
in
the
middle.
cut? Is that the cut you'd use for what's the thing with the breadcrumbs on it?
Wellington beef.
Wellington?
Wellington, no, you have the centre barrel piece, which is a bit of cut there.
Oh, the fillet,
So
right.
you come to
The
the Chateau,
street
you've got the
bit in the
Chateau, and you've got the centre barrel, which is chain we cut in earlier,
And
you've
then
got
the
tail at
tails.
the end. So
Okay.
the barrel bit in the middle is the bit they use for the beef Wellington.
Okay.
So you're going to take that, cook it just for 5 minutes yourself, maybe. Or
Yeah,
as long
yeah.
as that, nice and pink in the middle, and you just slice it how thick.
Yeah,
want it,
that's
how
beautiful.
white
And that would be
you
cooked
want
on a pan, would it? Or
But if you cook it and cook it, or if you just roast it over the wood, just a nice Chateau.
Yeah, it's just
very,
beautiful.
very tender, hanging for 3
Oh,
weeks. No
yeah.
cooking at all.
God, it just looks so good.
That's like a shading thing for two.
That's
That's what you go, you have it.
Oh, if at a restaurant,
Aye.
would I do more than 2 folk?
No, but that's what you normally do, eh?
This is the most expensive cut. You're looking at
That is the most
this
expensive
the most
cut?
expensive. Chateau's in the centre barrel, but it's a fillet's obviously the most expensive.
Yeah. That's
The Chateau gets tied like that because, so you've got your fillet muscle, which is one muscle, and then as it goes into the head there, it goes into more than one muscle. That's why it needs to be tied, because it kind of splits into
and
more
it'll help
than...
for even cooking.
It splits into
Yeah.
different strands of muscle.
It looks so good. One last thing, just in here, I mean, I could stand in here all day and watch you working because it's just amazing. I'm telling you, you need to get into social media and beef stuff because people love it. This is for your sliced sausage.
Yes.
So, do you do mince as well?
We do mince, but the mince is 95%.
Is it all steak mince?
95% lean mince we do.
Right.
Keep it really lean. You've got to keep the quality high all the time when you're shooting yourself in the foot.
Yeah, it's about the reputation and repeat
all the
custom.
time, so you keep everything at high standard. Mary is very
Very on the high standard.
I can tell she is.
He calls us Aggie and Kim.
Aggie and Cammy.
Yeah.
That's the
Because
place now. There's the
because
fat part, extra
we're
lean.
very...
Oh, there's steak mince and there's...
Lean.
What's the difference between beef steak? Oh, that's just stewing steaks. That's cut
Yeah.
steaks. Yeah, that's the
That's
steak mince.
basically that mince through. You mince that with ice.
Okay,
You've got
okay.
a marbling through again. You marble it through the
Yeah, it's beautiful. So this is for making steak pie and things.
Steak pie, stewing.
Yeah.
You can probably make Mary's beef's that tender. You
Yeah.
can probably make beef curry with that, no problem.
Okay.
Because it's really tender and really marbled.
Yeah. And so you're very proud of your square sausage, though. I remember you
Yes, indeed. Yes.
waxing lyrical about it last time.
Yep. It's
Why is it so good? Apart from the fact that it's Dexter beef.
So we make it lean. Well, a lot of butchers buy fat in to put into their sliced sausage, which
I
is
said this
bizarre.
to you last time. Isn't the fat the flavour?
Yeah, but there's fat and there's so there is obviously
There's fat and there's making it cheap.
There's fat and there's making it cheap, and it all just disappears. And
If you have a van or a burger shop or something, that's how you sausage, and have a bit of fat in it. So once you cook it, the fat comes out of the sausage. You lose a bit for your roll, so you're putting a square on a roll, don't fill in it.
Yeah.
Now with Mary when Celine, the sausage stays the same size basically, so your rolls.
there is a fat does come out it, but
fat in it, but no, not a lot.
But there's not going to be many people buying your sausage for roll vans, is there? Because it's too good.
well, it's we supply a shop in Darvel for rolls and slice, and
Who's that? Give them a shout out. Who's that?
Pav, the premier shop in Darvel,
There we go.
and the Heron up at towards Straven there.
I'm going to take, just what I mentioned, Darvel there, we're obviously Darvel Dexter Beef, but what is Darvel most famous for?
Well, Alexander Fleming.
I knew you'd say that. That was the one I was going for. Who is
the
Alexander
football,
Fleming?
the football.
They did beat Aberdeen at the football as well, actually, that's right. But Alexander Fleming, what do you
Yes,
think of the mural? We put a video of that up on.
Absolutely fantastic.
Honestly,
Totally stunning.
who's actually the council?
Well, there's various
community
there's
group?
various community groups, and so the corner there, where it's a community space they've made. It used to be the old co-op building, a big sandstone building. It was just a wreck and pigeons flying in and out.
Yeah.
So they got that eventually. I mean, it was just a total eyesore.
Yeah.
And they got that knocked down, and they made that community space down there. And so we go down once a month during the summer. There's a corner market, and we serve hot
Brilliant.
rolls, hot burgers, steak rolls, sliced sausage, burgers and steak. rows.
Of all the murals, and I worked in Glasgow City Centre where there's
Yeah,
loads of them, and
loads
there's
of
a few
them,
belters
yeah,
there too, to be
yeah,
fair. You know, there's a
Billy
Billy
Connolly,
Connolly, and
yeah,
there's a
yeah,
few, but
yeah.
that is the best one I've seen. Like,
No,
it is
it
just so good.
Yeah, it is really, really good, yeah.
And great for the town. It's it's not
absolutely.
the nicest to look at as you come through. And you see, I seen New Mills did one. It's a bit boring.
Yes, well, there's the lace. Well, it is a lace town. And,
Yeah, I know,
I mean,
but
it's quite amazing how they made the lace look really late. How he did that? I
It's
don't
a
know.
shame because they can't compete with Darvel
No,
in
they
terms of
can't. But it just brightens people's journey through the valley a wee bit.
Oh,
seeing
it probably
some
sparks that
murals.
thing because it's on the sign as you come into Darvel, birthplace of Sir Alexander Fleming.
Yeah.
But you know, a lot of people don't know what that means or anything, and that just you'll see it on YouTube. But if you're listening on audio, it's a picture of Alexander Fleming looking through a petri dish, which is essentially if you didn't know, which I'm sure most of you do. He's the man that discovered antibiotics,
Penicillin, yeah.
through mould and whatever. So, in the whole story of that, did you ever hear us talking about it? Came from the Blackie Tup sale.
No.
No, so his uncle.
Oh yes.
We spoke about this in the podcast one time, or we did a wee reel that went absolutely viral. His uncle sold a tup. I want to say it was for £250, which was the equivalent of 40-odd thousand back in those days. It was the most expensive tup at the time, and he used that money to send Alexander to school, to university.
Yes.
So it was all come from the sale of a tup.
Very good.
The greatest
Very
medical discovery ever.
Yep.
So there you go. That's why Darvel's famous.
Because apparently in Spain they have days to celebrate Sir Alexander Fleming because all the bullfighters and all the injuries they get, that he's obviously saved hundreds of bullfighters. So in Spain they celebrate him, and there's just nothing much happening here now. But we've now got the mural, so that's good.
Yeah,
we should have a day off for Sir Alexander Fleming.
Oh, like I'm very pro Ayrshire. Like I would never live anywhere else. And like when you actually look at the history of Ayrshire and the amount of people we've had, William Wallace.
Yeah.
We take him.
Yeah.
Robert Burns,
Yeah.
another Ian, Sir Alexander Fleming.
Yeah.
Johnny Walker.
Yep.
You know, most famous whiskey in the world,
Yep,
the most
that's
drunk
right.
whiskey in the world,
Yep,
a man
yep.
a grocer for
Yep.
Kilmarnock.
And Mr. McAdam from Muircat. Muircat's an amazing place. See the history of Muircat?
Yeah.
It's amazing. Yeah.
And Tarmac, that's a good point. Tarmac as well. Forgot about that one. We've had a lot. We've had a lot of good folk actually. Yeah. So right, moving on.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Alan. Cheers. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you. So they get to see there's a wee pack of sliced sausage. Anybody watching the YouTube on there. So, I mean, the business obviously you've got wages here to pay and stuff like that. But is there a comfortable margin in it for you?
Well, I don't know because I'm not all over the figures.
No, but
This is all a hobby gone wrong.
But see the fact you're not all over the figures. Like I say to
It's
some,
definitely not like
it's like my dairy farmer
it's
pals.
washing its face.
But it's like my dairy farmer pals that don't know the cost of production. It's because they're making so much money. They don't need to know the cost of production.
No.
Are you not worried about the figures because
I'm not
you're in
worried
the
about
black all the time?
Well, we must be because yes, we're definitely not going in deeper and deeper into the red at all. So it washes its face. It definitely washes its face, and that's
But like, as someone who's now 5 years in, you've been building this thing up, incredible as it is. Like, would you recommend it to other people, or you think it's a?
So
do you need to be putting your own beef into it?
I think. So because Dexter's, if you have Dexter's, you really have to sell the meat yourself.
Yes. Okay.
If you had larger cattle, then you would make a lot more money doing exactly the same thing because you've still got all the same killing, haulage, chill.
The fixed costs are the same no
The
matter the
fixed
size
costs
of the
are all
beast.
the same. Butchering the beastie only takes a fraction. It takes a bit less time for the butcher, but everything else is the same. So if you were doing this with bigger beasties, obviously you definitely would
Make more money. Yeah.
It's just ours are small.
Yeah, and I get that. And again, it's a love of the Dexter, and you want to have the Dexters, and this is only made to make them viable.
As I keep saying, it's a positivity. It's a positivity that keeps me going. The positive feedback from the Dexter beef that's totally what keeps me going.
Yeah. Customers coming back, love what you do.
And,
well, listen.
That was the best burger. That was the best sliced sausage. That was the best steak pie. That was the best mince. The best steak I've ever had in my life. I've heard it so many times, and it's just.
Well, have you got a website? Can they buy on the website?
I don't have a website because I don't have a website and I don't do online ordering because there's nothing worse than out of stock.
Yeah.
and I like to be able to control. It's a lot more controllable. If I had an online thing, you could end up with masses of orders that I wouldn't be able to fulfil. So there's not really.
And you're obviously busy enough. You don't need to
Yes,
go down that route.
we're killing one a fortnight or one a week. That keeps us going. Yeah.
And doing everybody else's.
And doing everybody else's, yeah.
At your wait list, because we tried to get the pigs in with you, but you were so busy that I think you were booked up to November.
Yes, we're into October now. Yeah.
Oh, is this all the people you've got coming in?
But I don't know if I'm fully up to. I've got more in here
Aye,
now.
you've not added to
And
you,
this
yeah.
is October here, yeah. So this is it's
It's
all
good.
my
There's nothing
different-
confidential there, is there? No,
all
it's
my
fine.
different. Well, nobody can read it. I can't even read it.
No, I was thinking that, to be fair. I was thinking that.
All my different colour codes mean different things, and purple's going to the abattoir, blue's doing the work, green's collecting from the abattoir, red's people collecting. Yeah, it's
Brilliant.
just it's,
Listen, I
it's,
think
it's
I'm
a
a lot-
lot of organising.
I think there'll be a lot of people looking at farm diversification options and other things they can do and thinking, wow, you've nailed it here, like this could be an option for us. But
Well, it's just all growing very slowly because I didn't. These are relatively recent. These are about a year. I've had these in here. Before that, I had a big white freezer and I was just opening it and guddling in there.
okay, yeah.
And it just got to be too problematic.
How much is one of
so-
these? You know she's making money when
can't
she just
remember
doesn't.
these
You know she's
things.
making money when she doesn't really
I
cost
can't
anything.
remember these things. No, it's because I'm old and I've got a very bad memory.
3,000.
No.
Not as
Nowhere
much as
near
that.
that. I wouldn't have bought it if it was 3,000.
Okay.
It was 900 maybe. I don't know.
was
That
it?
would be 1,500 maybe.
That's really
900.
reasonable.
Is
that right?
So that's from Stuart. Where's where?
Not the same as this air conditioning, Stuart,
Yes,
no?
yes, from them.
From Stuart Temperature Solutions for Business.
Yes, that's
There we
who we got them from. Yeah.
James will pan up
Yeah,
to
and they're
that.
very good. Any issues at all, they're fantastic. Because this is a very old chill, and occasionally things go amiss,
Malfunction.
and they'll be out very quickly.
How often do you get an inspection?
Once a year, yeah.
Is that it? Just once a
yes,
year?
yeah, and yes, we keep the place very clean.
I can see
and,
that, it's minted. Yeah, it's absolutely minted. I'm sure that's not just for us coming in,
Yeah,
it's just...
no, it's just always clean. That's, I mean,
Well, do you know the best thing is? The customers come in here to buy the meat, can watch
yeah.
the guys
Yeah.
butchering and
Yeah.
packing the meat
Yeah.
right in front of them. So
Yeah.
it's like they can see it happening
Yeah.
here
Yeah.
as they're buying it here. Like
Yeah.
it's just, it's absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Well, yeah, no, I think it's certainly something that I would love to do because everyone's proud of what they produce and to be actually at the end selling it. The difficult thing for us, I think, is that the type of lambs and now the type of beef we have, there's so much money for selling it in the market.
Well, this is the thing. Yes, I know.
You know?
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
when we're getting 160
and
quid
that's
for a
you
lamb.
instant money. That's instant
You-
money. You don't have any hassle of
No.
trying to sell it or anything, so it's really a
There's no
no-brainer that you would
inspections, there's
just
no
yeah.
electricity bills.
That's right.
Like we throw 50 of them on a trailer, 50 of them go out, you get
And
160 quid a
and
lamb.
you get great money. And why would you put yourself through all of this? Because it takes a lot of
Yeah.
organising and running and.
But like you say, you love it, and like
I do. I love it. It's a project. I love
Yeah.
it. But I'm
Well-
coming to the end of loving it. I love it's the positivity that's kept me going all this
Yeah.
time. Totally.
And I'm sure Jen and Scott will keep it going in the
yeah,
same vein.
yeah.
One interesting one,
Because
just
when you're getting all that positivity, it is easy to keep going.
same with the sheep game
Yeah,
and the stuff I do.
yeah,
We have a great following.
yeah,
Folk are really
yeah,
nice to us. They say
yeah,
great things,
yeah.
and it's easy to
It's-
lift you up. If
it
you're just
does, it really.
if every time you're posting you're getting a slagging,
Wow.
that's how I don't know how Katie Price does it.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
No,
Give
if I
up.
was if I was getting a slagging, I wouldn't be still doing it.
Aye. But just one other thing, just when we touched on it there, you're going to say you don't know. How much does a lamb become when you butcher it up and
I
sell it?
do not know.
I knew you were going to say that.
No, I definitely don't know.
Because I'd love to know actually what the figures work out at. I'll find out about that one because we could so easy do lamb boxes. And
You
stuff like
could.
that.
Yep.
Keep it good. Any advice for people thinking about starting it up?
Yeah, that's a good job.
Get a good. You can't get. You literally just said you can't get a good butcher.
It's very tricky. Yeah. So Alan used to just come here on his day off he worked in a shop and he had a day off and he came here to do our Dexters, and then I thought there's so many people out there like me struggling with butchers and things. I knew there was a market for doing small producers like myself, and so I took the step to have Alan here.
And I'm sure they, like One Little Farm and stuff, they absolutely love you and dealing with you and getting the job done right. And good feedback for them all the time.
Or the customers?
Yeah.
I thought you meant Alan.
No, the customers working through Alan, of course.
Full time with
A year and a
10
half.
months or something like that. And what you
year
find
three.
is a lot of people who would like yourself, you're coming back next year. So
Yeah.
within
people-
a cattle for your freezer,
Yeah.
you bring it next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did 3 pigs for somebody in Arran there yesterday. That really a regular good
Yeah.
customer.
Yeah.
Is it,
Tell
what,
you,
once you've got them, you've got them.
Yes, because they're all like, oh wow, look, I mean, it's the packing and the butchering and the packing, and we do it the way they want it done, because I've got my sheet.
Yeah, yeah.
From my experience, I've written my sheet so that they can pick exactly what they want.
And if they don't like it, it's them that chose it.
And
So
Alan follows that,
Yeah.
and it's all packed beautifully, and yeah. So the
also
three of
got
us
a
are
good
all.
selection
It's
here.
a team.
Yeah, so you
Oh,
get
on the
team
sheet, you
effort.
mean?
on the sheet as well,
Yeah.
as well as the sheet was a flavoured sheet.
Okay.
So the
For,
flavoured sheet's next to it there.
Yeah, that's for your your skewers and stuff. Your
yeah, that's
There's
right.
actually a folder over there with all your different flavours in it. that we do.
and you send that to them.
The flavour sheet, the options of it.
Oh, I'm seeing it here. Aye, so the pork. So we've got pork links, and there's about 7 options: chorizo, hickory smoked, herb, apple, chili, garlic. Yeah, yeah.
Same with the burgers, the same further down. So you just pick what you want.
That's good, eh? That's good.
And we do like all your
And what is this? Just stickers. We're
That's
now
a-
looking at a folder with a.
Moroccan.
So this the stickers you put in the packaging.
Yes.
That's with the ingredients.
Because you'll have
Yes.
a plain burger and it's been glazed with.
There's your meatballs, for an example, it's got Italian up the
With
top.
Oh, I see the sticker at the
ingredients,
top.
aye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
so-
I think that was barbecue. I've done.
That's really okay. Nice and open, nice and easy, streamlined. Yeah,
It's got all
it's
the
good.
ingredients.
And beef, we do like all your like bavette and all these American type things. What have we got? We've got bavette, feather blade, bavette, hanger steak,
Right.
flat brisket, all of these kind of things, flat iron.
I've heard of flat iron,
Yes,
but I
aye.
don't
So
think I've
these
heard
weird
of the
and
rest.
wonderful things.
If people are watching too
most
much
people,
TikTok, then
most people don't really want them, but some people do just to try it because everybody's heard of them.
Yeah, I'm sure Alan likes mixing it up and
If
doing
you go
something
to a
different.
fancy restaurant, you see all these things. So some people like to try these, but otherwise they just go. They're just off the shoulder. Really, a lot of them.
Traditional
So,
cuts.
yeah.
Been fantastic getting a look round, Mary. Honestly, I appreciate all your time. One thing we like to ask a lot of folk, I should have teed you up with this one actually to get you ready to think about, is we usually ask people like tell me something you made an arse of.
Oh God,
tell
the
me-
list is too long.
Tell me something you maybe invested in or you bought and thought this would work, and then it was just customers didn't like it, or it just did not work out.
I can't say there's anything. I just make loads of like blunders and.
As do many of us, yeah. But I think there's always a good learning
So,
point there for somebody.
As far as all of this is concerned, I don't think I've bought something that we've not. Do any of you two have any idea if I bought anything that we don't ever use?
I'm asking her if she's made any big mistakes and maybe
I don't
invested
think
in
so.
something and it's been a disaster.
I
Or
don't think so.
you've never had a freezer break down and you lose a lot of meat.
No,
Or,
not touch wood.
Right.
Touch wood.
Okay,
But as I
okay.
say, this the chill occasionally needs things done to it.
Is there an
and
alarm
they
on
come
them?
out. We look at everything all the time.
Yeah,
Everything's been looked
okay.
at all the time. They're all being written down. Everything's got sensors and more sensors and this should have a wee.
well, it has a big light on it, which helps
and then
too.
there's a wee thing at the back there as well. So it's got its own one down there, and then I've got one in here as well. A manual type one as
Okay,
well. So
yeah.
yes, we're all fully monitored.
You're on. So you're just on it. You just can't. Aye.
Yeah, well, you have to be really.
Good. Well, thank you very much for your time, mate. Guys,
You're
thank you very
very
much.
welcome.
Absolute pleasure. That's us. Cheers,
Good.
cheers.
Right,
Just like that.
okay.
And that's the end of this week's podcast. Thanks again to Crystalyx and to Herdwatch for sponsoring the podcast. Iona will be back next week, you'll be glad to hear. And we are back in the studio next week. As I did say at the top of the podcast, let me know your feedback on that one. If you're watching YouTube, I'm hoping you'll like it better than sitting in the studio. But feedback on the YouTube comments also, please. And we'll see you next week for another one.